Picture this. You walk into a grocery store for 1 carton of milk. 20 minutes later, you walk out with a cart full of kitchen gadgets, cheese with mold that you hate, and a suspicious feeling that your wallet just got robbed. You think, Pahawk, well, I decided this myself. No, you didn't. Your mind just played you like a cheap fiddle. And the funniest part? You didn't even notice the false note. My name is Svetlana. You're watching the Archive of Hidden Facts. This is Hidden Facts in Psychology. Today's topic, it hits close to home. Stop letting your mind's sneaky traps sabotage your life. Spoiler alert, your brain is not a kind wizard. It's more like a gremlin with access to the control panel. And today, we're dragging that gremlin into the light. Picture this. Your brain is a super modern computer, running software from the caveman era. It's trying to operate in 2026, but deep in its code, there's still a program running, SKPED saber-toothed tiger. And now, this ancient program is fighting your deadlines, your mortgage, and your plans for personal growth. The result? Mistakes, procrastination, self-deception, and the I'll do it later syndrome. Sounds funny, right? But this is the hidden trap of your mind, the one you don't even know exists. Let's uncover how exactly your brain is secretly sabotaging your life and what to do about it. Our brain thinks it's in control. When you hit the repeat song button, you feel like you're in charge. But really, the song just plays according to an algorithm. Same thing with life. You think you're controlling your choices, but often your mind has already decided for you, and your conscious self just signs off. Scientists call this the illusion of control, a phenomenon first described by psychologist Ellen Langer back in 1975. She ran an experiment. People threw dice harder when they wanted a higher number. Logic, 0. Belief in control, maximum. This is why you cling to a bad relationship or a job with no future. Your mind whispers, Pana, I've got this. I'm in control. But the truth? You're just afraid of chaos. Here's the revelate truth. We love hearing success stories, but when you get inspired by a billionaire who started from nothing, you're seeing the tip of the iceberg, not the graveyard of sunken ships around it. This is the survivorship bias. During World War II, engineers analyzed bombers that returned with bullet holes. They wanted to reinforce the most damaged areas. But statistician Abraham Wald said, no. Reinforce the parts where there are no holes, because the planes hit there never came back. We make the same mistake every day. We read advice from successful people and think it's a recipe. We envy others' wins without seeing their failures. We try to copy a path that only works for those who survived. The irony? It's your own mind that makes you ignore those who didn't make it, because your brain hates pain, hates failure, hates chaos. It chooses the comfortable, the life-affirming lie. Ah, good old unearned confidence. Two psychologists, David Dunning and Dunning-Kruger, back in 1999, noticed something. The less a person knows, the more confident they are in their rightness. And the opposite, the more you learn, the more you doubt. Sounds familiar? Your inner critic whispers, praise, you're not good enough. Even though you're the one who actually shows up, while your office neighbor, with the confidence of a major citing TikTok, is the living embodiment of the Dunning-Kruger Effect. We overestimate our abilities and underestimate how complex the world is. Your brain creates simple explanations because complexity is scary, but it's in that simplicity that sabotage often hides. Your brain is lazy. Seriously, this is a biological fact. Consider this. Your brain is only 2% of your body weight, but it consumes 20% of your energy. So it saves energy whenever it can, by switching to autopilot. You told yourself, "Pakwa, I'll just check Instagram for 5 minutes." And 3 hours later, you're deep in a thread about Johnny Depp's goats. Not your fault. That's biology. Your brain loves repetition, habits, efficiency. Freud called this the pleasure principle. Do what feels good now, ignoring what's important later. Neuroscientists figured it out. Dopamine, that motivation hormone, rewards you not for the result, but for the anticipation of the result. You're not trapped by the internet. You're trapped by your own dopamine system. Your brain isn't an optimist. It's more like a panicker, dressed in an engineer's shirt. Psychologists call this negativity bias. We react more strongly to bad news than to good news. Evolutionarily, this made sense. Better to be scared by a bush 100 times than to miss a tiger once. Today, no tigers. But your brain still reacts to comments, failures, work emails. One unpleasant message can erase 10 compliments. This is why we remember insults for years, while praise lasts until next Monday. And here's the hidden detail. The more negative content you consume, news, drama, social media, the more your brain learns to find negativity. And then, life stops being an adventure and turns into a constant anxiety series. Your brain is a master of excuses. I'm not lazy. I'm just waiting for inspiration. I'm not avoiding it. It's just not the right time. I'm resting.
That's how it works.
Congratulations. That's level 80. Psychologist Leon Festinger called this cognitive dissonance, the discomfort when our actions don't match our beliefs. To patch up this illusion of consistency, your mind replaces facts with beautiful explanations. Want to test it? Next time you tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," ask, "Is this my mind speaking or my mind's trap?" Here's the thing. These same mental traps led entire civilizations to rise and fall. Take ancient Rome. The elite believed their political control would last forever. Illusion of control? 100%. Medieval alchemists, convinced they were turning lead into gold, the Dunning-Kruger Effect in all its glory. Mass hysteria of the witch hunts, pure negativity bias, amplified by collective fear. Our minds built empires and then destroyed them. And if you think about it, humanity hasn't evolved as fast as technology. We're still cavemen inside with an iPhone in our hands. Modern neuropsychology puts it simply, your brain isn't your enemy. It's a system with old software. According to a Stanford University study from 2033, more than 80% of people make up to 90% of their decisions, unconsciously. And at the same time, they're convinced they made those choices rationally. So, deep inside, there's still an automatic script running. A script originally designed to help us survive. But today, it's the very thing holding us back. And here's the secret. The moment you realize there are traps in your head, you've already escaped one of them. Here are 3 simple steps, backed by science. 1. Notice the trigger. Catch yourself thinking on autopilot. 2. Pause. Physically. Sigh. Step back. Ask yourself. 3. Ask why 3 times. The first answer will be surface level. The second, honest. The third, truth. Your brain is like a muscle. You can retrain it. You can't erase the traps, but you can stop falling into them. You've learned that your mind is not a saint. It's a tricky manipulator with glitches and bugs. But in this lies your power. When you see the sneaky mechanisms, you've already started rewriting them. Your brain is not a prison, it's a mirror, and when you understand who's running the show, you realize you can take back the wheel. Don't let ancient software choose your future. Rewrite your inner code from a new level of awareness. Remember, sometimes, to win the battle, you first have to admit that you weren't winning at all. Your mind didn't set these traps out of malice. Evolution built it for survival in the savannah, not for choosing between Netflix and going to the gym. But now you know the hidden truth. Awareness is your power. Every time you catch yourself in a distortion, you're not losing. You're winning the battle for your own mind. This is real transformation. Not think more positive, but think more honest. Subscribe to the Archive of Hidden Facts. Here we reveal what your brain is working so hard to hide from you. Watch the previous video. And remember this phrase: let it become your weapon against the imposter inside. My mind is not my master. I am its editor-in-chief. And today, I fired the liar.